stand before you to shed some light on an issue close to my heart, the importance of our roots and the role they play in shaping our lives, particularly in the realms of culture, education and language, and how important it is to share it with our next generation. Our world is rapidly changing with the advancement in technology and globalization, reshaping the way we live and work. While these developments have brought numerous benefits and conveniences to our life, they have also led to a disconnection from our roots and traditions. The problems we face, let it be global issues like sustainable development goals we strive to achieve, or challenges we face in day-to-day lives, they are all rooted from our deviation from our culture, cultural heritage, and the values passed down by our ancestors. Present Gen Z and Alpha kids have parents who are mostly millennials like me. We are the generations who have seen the technological advancement from landline to smartphones, from mail to email, from outdoor game to gadget games. And next is the change mankind never imagined, from Amma to Alexa. Our technology has brought so many changes which made our life easier, but it also has its downside. Every child is unique and we cannot have one parenting style of template which fits all. When it comes to parenting, I take inspiration from my own upbringing, the values instilled by my father. His dedication towards education and kindness towards others has served as an example for me that I look up, and I have to take that as an example when it comes to frame my own personal principles, especially being a teacher. Unfortunately, he didn't focus on his health over his education and selflessness. That also served as an example that I have to instill the values that was given by my father. At the same time, I have to focus on my health when I'm around my own children. Regardless of the parenting style embraced, we have to ensure that we instill the best practices and values. At the same time, we have to address any shortcomings to ensure that we better equip our next generation. Our ancestors followed certain practices for the values and wisdom in them. Our culture, tradition, language, literature, and the food we consume, they are all reflections of those wisdom. Having lived in Japan and India for several years, I've had the privilege to experience the rich cultures of these two remarkable countries. Today, I'll be sharing some inspirations from them on health and wellness. I was born and brought up in Tamil Nadu, South India. In Tamil culture, we have a saying, "Unave marundu," which means food is medicine. This concept resonates deeply with Ayurveda, traditional system of medicine in India, often cherished as science of life. For example, turmeric. Turmeric is a staple ingredient in South Indian food. Beyond its culinary use, turmeric serves as a traditional medicine tool for its antiseptic and antioxidant properties. Interestingly, Western medicine has implemented a novel perspective that takes its turmeric as a modern alternative remedy. Similarly, we have moringa, known as a miracle tree. It has countless health benefits, rich in nutrients and antioxidants, which take care of our brain, heart, and digestive health. In recent times, moringa has been popular in the West, which shows an interesting its recognition, which shows health and wellness priority given from the West. Shifting our focus to Japan. Japan, the dietary ingredient, let us consider rice, fermented food, vegetables, and the fish. When you look together, it has a culinary tradition which is considered to be one of the best in the world. So this Japan dietary culture aligns with the concept Unave Maruthu, which embraces the traditional food as it offers a great wisdom. Let's ensure that we have to take the best from our tradition when it comes to anything, so especially in food. India is known for its deep-rooted practice of yoga. Yoga is not just physical exercise, it has a profound philosophical discipline. Yoga is all about achieving unity among mind, body, and spirit, fostering holistic development and inner harmony. In recent acceptance to the West, which signifies a profound shift in our approach to well-being, where ancient practices are embraced along with the modern innovations. The integration symbolizes an harmonious blend of old wisdom and new ideas. By reintroducing age-old practices like yoga into our lives, we are not only honoring ancient tradition, but also enriching our contemporary understanding of wellness and self-care. We have festivals which connect people to our cultural roots. In Tamil Nadu, we have a harvest festival known as Pongal that expresses gratitude to the sun god for a successful harvest. Similarly, in Japan, we have a rice planting festival called as Otawa Matsuri that celebrates planting season and seeks blessing for a good crop yield. Despite the geographical and cultural differences, both festivals emphasize the importance of agriculture, family, and community, highlighting the universal human connect to nature and cycles of life. An essential aspect we must convey to our children is that festivals are not just about enjoyment. These festivals indirectly support our local businesses and artisans and bring people together which is an integral part of our culture. In the field of education, let me introduce to an ancient system of mathematics which is originated from India, Vedic mathematics. Vedic mathematics uses a simplified approach to solve different mathematical concepts. It has 16 formulae and 13 subformulae. Using this, we can have a deep understanding on different mathematical concepts. When you take multiplication, you have several methods. According to the number given, you can go with any approaches which is going to have a better understanding. Today, let me just show you an example for a base method which uses the formula called vertically and crosswise. It uses only 3 steps to do it, and you can do this mentally. You don't need paper and pen. You can do this mentally. Now, in step 1, I will show you a demonstration with example. Now, you just understand there are going to be 3 steps. In step 1, we are going to know the base value. And step 2, whatever the base value, addition or subtraction we are going to do, we are going to do the cross add or subtract. And the third step, it's vertical multiplication. So, let me demonstrate with 2 examples simultaneously to have a better understanding. First, you have a single-digit number multiplication and you have a 3-digit number multiplication. I said you should know the base value, that means powers of 10. Look at these both sets of number and see whether it goes with powers of 10. What powers of 10? Is it 10, 100, 1000? It goes in that way because you can do multiplication for any digit, any number. So here, when you take 9 and 7, both the numbers are close to the power of 10. When you take 105 and 107, they both are close to the number 100 as base. So first we have found, for the first set, it's base 10, and for the second set number, it is base 100. Then, you know what the base number. From the base number, you have to see whether it's more or less than the base number. When you take 9 and 7, it is less than the base number 10. When you take 105 and 107, it is more than the base number 100. So, we have our first step, that's knowing the base, and from that base, you have to add or subtract the number. For the first set, we know 9 and 7 is less. So, 9 is 1 less, so I've written -1. And when you take 7, 7 is 3 less than 10, so I've written -3. When you take the second set, 3-digit number, 105, the base number is 100. So 105 is 5 more than 100. So I've written +5. 05, since its base number has 2-digit zeros, so you have to write that many number to have a balance. So similarly, 107 is a value which is 7 more than 100, so I've written +7. This is the first step. And second step, I said cross, add or subtract. Now you see, for the first single digit number you're going to subtract, and for the second set number you're going to add. So here when you look closer, let it be 9 minus 3 or 7 minus 1, both results with the same result, 6. Similarly, when you take here 105 plus 07 or 107 plus 05, both results with the same number, 112. And this is our second step. And our final step, and this is the first part of the answer. Our third step is vertical multiplication. You just have to take the number which you are adding or subtracting from the base. So this has got nothing to do with the number given. So you just take -1 and -3, multiplying it you get 3. Similarly here 05 and 7, multiplying it you get 35. And you got the second part of the answer. You are done. So your final answer is 63 for a single digit number. And for the double digit, it's 11,235. It's a very simple concept and you can do this mentally. I hope it was clear. Now shall we do this? Okay, so I'll say the step. I want audience participation here. Please tell me, what is the base number? Is it 10, 100, 1000? What is the base number? So it is closer to what? 10? 100, yes. It is closer to 100. Is it more than 100 or less than 100? Less than 100, very good. So that means you are going to do subtraction here. So how much less? 99 is how much less than 100? 1. So here -1. Similarly for 98, 2, it's -2. So very good, you are done with the first step. I said we are going to do this mentally. We are done with the first step. Now step 2, cross, subtract here. You have 99 and the digit next to 9 is going to be -2, and you have 98, the digit next to it, 99 is going to be -1. So subtracting 99 minus 2 or 98 minus 1, both results in the same number, 97. Okay, and step 3 is vertical multiplication. You had number -1 and -2, multiplying -1 and -2. I said it's a base is 100, so it's 0, 1 and 0, 2. Okay, then your answer is going to be 0, 2. So your final answer, 9702. Don't you think it's easy? So repeating this process again and again, it's like an exercise to your brain, and you can do this. This is one approach in Vedic mathematics. Similarly, I show you another approach which is famous in Japanese multiplication method, which is visual representation of doing multiplication. So exploring ourselves a different method is going to give a deeper understanding. So when you take this requires just drawing lines. So here for 12, I've given color coded. In figure A, 12 is represented, and in figure B you can see along with A you could represent 32 in B. All you have to do is group units, tens and hundreds. And with this pattern you can find the final result. You have this final solution, which is 12 into 32 is 384. This shows how different cultures have smart way of doing math. Even though these methods are old, they can be still relevant, giving learners a new way to solve problems. Exploring various methods help us to understand math better and be more creative and critical thinkers. Finally, language. Language plays a vital role when it comes to preserving our roots and cultural heritage. Our mother tongue is not just a means of communication, it is a representation of our identity. However, in pursuit of success and integration, some parents prioritize proficiency in dominant language over mother tongue to their children. It is important to keep in mind that we as a parent have the ability to nurture our children when it comes to exploring their individuality. Language is fundamental to our existence, influencing every aspect of our lives. Embracing and nurturing our mother tongue is essential for linguistic diversity, cultural preservation, and individual well-being in our globalized world. As parents, educators, and members of society, we have a responsibility to pass down to our roots and tradition to our next generation. Our children are keen observers, learning from both our words and actions. Let us be mindful of the influence we have on them, ensuring that the values we instill today resonates a positivity in the society they shape tomorrow. Let's embrace our roots, cherish our cultural heritage, and strive to preserve the wisdom passed down by our ancestors. By doing so, we can create a brighter future. Nandri, thank you. Arigatou gozaimasu.